And we find ourselves at the stadium that played host to Super Bowl 52, the wondrous U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Dallas Cowboys and the Minnesota Vikings. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
There you go. Slide in. Hey, chill.
The first carry now for Tony Pollard. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It's a gain of 16 and the Dallas first down.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive. Got his man there complete to Gallup. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
Yeah, it was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Prescott looks to throw on first. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he's going to be taken down right at the line. No gain on the play there. It'll be second down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. Prescott now. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Sean Davis with a pick. And he'll wind up losing 5 yards or so on the return, but no matter, they've got the football back. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts.
180. 13.
The first carry now for Dalvin Cook. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. 10 yards, and it's good for a Viking first down.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it'll be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. On 2nd and 11 now. Foles. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 38-yard line. Cool under pressure right there, escaping the pocket and finding what I think was not his primary target.
And some of these guys are just so comfortable getting outside of the pocket that they'll do it on purpose. It doesn't even need to be a breakdown. They move, and they know it affects the defense, because a lot of times you get lost in coverage in the secondary, and I think you're exactly right. Wasn't his primary target. Found a secondary guy who sprang open, probably because of his movement out of the pocket.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Back to the ground. This time Cook. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. So 3rd down, they need to get to the 28 for a first. Foles. And the throw there going to be incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. They were probably hoping to get him a little bit closer for a shorter field goal, but he was able to get it done from deep.
Nice little tester for him to begin things, huh? I think he was hoping for a little bit more of a chip shot. Instead, they made him stretch it out a little bit, but he's got to feel great now that he put it through the pipes.
That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. Robert Kimdichie in there to bury him for a loss of 11.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive.
40's the line. Squeeze. Hey. We're going to 54 right here. They can't hang with us. We're going to 53. Check it out, read. Slam. We're going to 54. Going to 54 right here. 26.
3rd and long for Prescott. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Mike Hughes came crashing in that time, got the sack.
I think most quarterbacks would love to have the goal line actually extend up into the air and turn into a wall. They could put their back against it and know exactly where they are on the field so they don't end up in the end zone. Didn't do it on that play, but perilously close to the goal line.
Evades the tackler, and now some space. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the Vikings, they'll be set up well as they take over in great field position. 1st and 10. A first half update now from Philadelphia. And the Eagles out in front early. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. DeMarcus Lawrence in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Now Foles. And Diggs has it. He'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helped to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long.
Check. Easy. Over. Go.
Here's Foles. double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Leighton Vander Esch. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And it's been a rocky start for them thus far. They had the turnover and then the punt on those first two drives.
So there is optimism because they've improved, right? The turnover, you just noted it.
Punt's better than the turnover.
The punt is better on the second one. Now they're hoping to turn it into first downs and hopefully points.
Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Didn't they tell us in our meetings that they needed to account for him on each and every play?
You think a guy of his caliber? So how does a guy like him get that wide open?
That usually means there's a tire breakdown on what the coverage was. That everyone thought they were doing something, and they were supposed to be doing something else. But bottom line is, no matter what, you have to know where he is and cover him on every play.
It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be third down.
Check, 47. What we got? Kill. We're going to 54.
Prescott. And he's able to hook up with Michael Gallup. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Give him 10 there. Good enough for a Cowboy first down.
Here we go. Mike 5-4. Here we go. Watch the pass.
Play fake. Here's Prescott looking deep in the direction of Cooper. This is caught, and he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Amari Cooper, his 5th touchdown now on the year, and the Cowboys have taken the lead. And this is no good. He missed it. Not a good start here in the kicking department, as this remains a 6-3 score. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. It's a short kick, taking it to 15. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it out past the 30. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
I smell fear in that offense. I smell fear.
From the pistol, they run it with Cook. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. 7 yards there and a first down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. It's complete to Diggs. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 24-yard line.
That's another Vikings first down. 1st and 10.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. From the gun, it's a give to Cook. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Jalen Smith, the Notre Dame man, in on the tackle. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Deeper. Check 37. One.
Looking to throw. And this will be caught. Inside the 10, what a grab. 15 yards on the play, first down.
One of the selling points of the corner route is usually the receiver is able to move away from the defender. But in this case, he didn't get that far away.
First red zone chance now for the Vikings. They're looking at a first and goal from about the 9.
Hayden Cole. Go.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And Thielen's got it. Touchdown, Vikings. Adam Thielen, his second touchdown on the season. And the Vikings are going to retake the lead. Extra point up and good by Bailey. And that will make this a 4-point game. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Prescott on first down. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. 11 yards and a Cowboy first down.
Now that's often a surprise for the defensive guys when they see the big fella slide out of the backfield and catch the ball. Not something they usually go over in practice very often.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on first and 10. To throw is Prescott. And this is caught. I think he got that with one hand. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. It's a 6-yard loss on the play. And it'll be a second and long.
Pick it up, guys. Pick it up. What? Twist. We're going to 52. Tighten up. He's coming. We're going to 54. Line. Back. Switch. We're going to 54. Line.
Prescott to throw it. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle third. He couldn't catch it. Now third down. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Going to 54. Line. Check 3. We're going to 53. Go.
They'll throw again. Prescott. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Anthony Barr. And they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line.
The Vikings take over first and 10 at their own 42-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. But what do you think? You get the ball off the turnover near the middle of the field. You take a shot here in the first play?
You know I'm big on that. I love when I have great field position. After a turnover, I feel like I might have a little bit off balance. I prefer to take a shot, but a lot of coaches will tell you, you only do it if you trust the guy who's got the football in his hands. Meaning, if it's not there, he won't force it downfield and maybe turn it into an interception. He'll go to the check down, go to a second option, and go ahead and take the play that's in front of him.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's second and a yard. 2nd and 1. Into the hands of his receiver, Anderson. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down.
Let's go. Bring it.
They're going to look to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 19. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Inside of a minute left in the half. Does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do or, I guess, don't do on this final drive?
It certainly does, but what influences me even more is who I've got running my football team out on the field and the weapons around him. Can he make a play? Can he get into someone that we're going to trust to take care of the ball? If that's the case, I might push it a little bit.
Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Here's Prescott. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now, as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll go with Pollard here on 1st down. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. The Cowboys signal for their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Here we go, 46.
Check Mike 39. Check Mike 39. Let's go, D. Tighten up. Let's go, D. Tighten up. Check Mike 39. Check Mike 39.
Here we go, D. Get off the field. Joker, Joker. Joker, Joker. Switch, switch, switch. Check nickel. Here we go. Go to 54. Go to 54. Line in. 26.
Now Prescott. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. 22 yards there, a 1st down. Nothing on 1st down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, 2nd and goal.
Hey, here we go. Line in.
Check Mike 54. Mike 54.
Pick me up. Here we go. Check next. We're going to 54. Line in.
Mike 54. Mike 54.
Go, go, go. 26.
Looking to throw. Prescott. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Michael Gallup, that's who he was looking for. But now it's 3rd and goal.
It's 3rd down and goal from the 8-yard line.
So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. This from 25 yards out. Seibert able to knock this one through. So a very tight first half. We had to break in a 1-point game. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, the Vikings have to like their position. They've got the lead. They get this football as well as we are back and underway for the second half. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the 3rd quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
Let's see if they do just that. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. A 10th carry in the game for Cook. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there.
Let's go. Great.
They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1. And that will be incomplete.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
We're going to 53. 26.
Here's Pollard. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And finally taken down at the 44-yard line. That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
First down, and it's Pollard again. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. Throwing. Prescott. He's going to find Gallup here complete. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. 12 yards there and a first down. Now it's a bootleg with Prescott. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. Now Prescott. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on. 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions. 3rd down here and 10, but you're still in field goal range.
And that's the thing to keep in mind. They're in field goal range. So now you don't take any unnecessary risks, but you try and find a way to get back to what you were doing earlier in the drive in order to finish this one off.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
And the blitz does come. Cooper's got it. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Prescott yet again. This is caught. And he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
Can this Vikings D hold up one more time? 3rd and goal.
Here we go, 46.
Check. Hey, watch it.
Here we go. 26.
Now here's Pollard, and he'll get in. Touchdown, Cowboys. Tony Pollard, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Cowboys have once again taken the lead.
But they decided to run it in and got it done on 3rd and goal. A lot of times, that's a passing play.
And the kicker, this has to come out for the PAT. He can breathe a sigh of relief as well, right?
Although I don't know if he's really breathing a sigh of relief. I think he likes to put 3 points on his ledger.
47. Check, 47.
From the shotgun, it's Prescott. And that is caught for the 2 points. So they're able to throw it in for the 2-point conversion. Sometimes that can be a risky play, but they got it.
Yeah, you always have to be careful here because if you do get it intercepted, it's returned by the defense, that's 2 points for them. But he identified an open target and put it right on him.
And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up the touchdown.
Well, a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 16 yards, a first down.
Go.
First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
That's complete to the receiver, Thielen. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. He'll get 15 and a Vikings first down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Tonight, 180.
57. You don't want none of that. Pick up the ball.
Throwing on 2nd down. Foles going deep for Diggs. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary, it really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense, great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone, and especially against deep balls as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to them.
Silence.
Switch it. Come on, switch it.
Foles. And the Cowboys' pressure gets there this time for the sack. DeMarcus Lawrence racking up sack number 12 for him on the year.
He's the NFL sack leader coming into the game, and now that's 2 more that he's added to his total.
He wants some separation from spot 1 and 2 in that sack category.
The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. They'll run on first down. Pollard. And he's got some space here. And now off to the races, down the right side. Touchdown, Cowboys. Tony Pollard with his second touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. This time, the extra point up and good. And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis, where the fourth quarter will begin with a kickoff following the score on the final play of the third quarter. It's a short kick, taking it to 15. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
Let's go.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, if something like that, we have to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. He was looking for Adam Thielen there, and that'll bring up second down.
Here we go, here we go. 180.
Let's make these babies cry all the way back home, yo. Let's make these babies cry all the way back home.
Tight dog, tight dog, tight dog.
Now Foles. And got his man complete. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 40. So the defense blitzed. A nice job picking that up, completing the pass.
And how in sync was the quarterback in his center on that play? They saw the blitz, made the appropriate calls, got the line engaged, because now they know there are going to be extra guys coming at the quarterback, so they got their assignments down pat and kept them away from him, and he's able to step up in the pocket and fire one now for a really good strike.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. So second down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40.
Check, 55, Mike.
13.
No. Off. He's coming. Double up.
Here we go.
Here's Foles. And Diggs has it. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 16. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well.
And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Stephon Diggs. His third touchdown now on the year as his guys are back within a single score. And they got the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They've been rolling the last couple of drives, each ending in touchdowns. So this game is flipped. They were down, now they're up jump with the football. We'll see how they handle it.
Can we get a spy on the headset now between the head coach and offensive coordinator? Because they've been in attack mode. Had to get back into the game. Now they have the lead. Do you stay on the attack, or do you dial it back a little bit to try to protect this lead?
Well, my cop-out answer would be somewhere in the middle. I think it's going to be a fine line, is it not?
I think you're exactly right, but I do think if they can stay aggressive and keep them on their heels, they'll be best served that way.
Looking to throw again on second down. Prescott, and that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's third down.
Trying to get that one to his tight end, and they've been trying to get the ball to him, but as of yet, unable to successfully complete one. But you know there's usually a nice comfort zone in throwing to the tight end. Great sight lines, usually right in the middle of the field.
The Cowboys on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 10.
47.
Check, check. 40's mine.
Go, go.
Let's go, D. Let's go.
My 40. Check, check. He's coming. 26.
Prescott. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack.
You see me?
Brandon, more often than not, you'd say they've had his number, and we can count them up so far. 1, 2, 3, 4 sacks given up. But guess what? He's still been able to make some plays, and right now they have a lead.
Colquitt on to kick as he sends it away. That's pulled in at the 32. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field.
Good. 180.
55. Hey, eat. Here we go. Check 13. Check.
What we got?
Slam.
We got.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. These strong safeties, some people may not realize it. It's really like an extra linebacker, right?
It really is, because they're hybrids. Half linebacker, half defensive back. The linebacker in him on that play emerged.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21.
Man up, D. He's checking. It's on one.
Check 52. Slam.
General West. Order 1.
Check 49.
We got.
They'll drop the throw. Airing it out deep for Smith. That's caught at the 25. Now that's one they hate. The ball's got to come all the way back.
So that's an explosive play, a really explosive play that gets wiped out, and they have to start over after the penalty.
Maybe worse than the loss of yardage, they also lose the down. So now it's 3rd and long.
Check 4.
Check it out. Order 1.
One set. Check Mike 54. Mike 54.
Down to hit. Here we go.
Looking to throw. Going deep for Diggs. Incomplete. Both players were there offensively and defensively, but it falls incomplete.
I remember a coach telling me a long time ago the difference between playing corner and safety in the NFL. Corner is like the Autobahn. Everybody just flying by, and these corners have been really busy in this game, although they got it done on the last play.
On the last play, yes, but there have been some good numbers put up against them offensively. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Right now clinging to a 1-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays that are going to gain yardage, how would you say it, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the first downs. And the goal? End the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
47.
You go tight. 66. How? You got tight right there. Check Mike 40. Check Mike 40.
Going to run again here with Pollard. He'll have a first down past the 40. And he'll take it to the 43-yard line. 15 yards on the play. First down.
It's just me and you. Come.
First down, Prescott. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Anthony Barr. And the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line.
The Vikings take over first and 10 at their own 43-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. They start the drive with Cook. Xavier Woods, the free safety, up to make the tackle.
Recon, 132 fighter.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 46-yard line.
They run it again with Cook. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And he'll finally be taken down at the 18. We've got a one-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Jalen Smith. And not much on the return there. He'll take it only up to the 9-yard line. So now he's equaled his interception total from a week ago. Remember, Charles, he had 3 last week.
And you know, all week long he vowed to take that number down. Told the guys on the team, don't worry, things are going to pick up. I've got this. But he is in a major league rut right now. Let's see if his teammates can pick him up along the way.
You're right. He talked about being cool, calm, collective, rebounding. Not rebounding right here. A big hitter. That one goes for 40 yards.
And a Cowboy first down.
The big play has him all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. Well, Prescott here to throw. He sets to fire deep. It's caught at the 10. And mark him down all the way inside the Minnesota 10. A big play here for Dallas. 44 yards. It's 1st and goal, and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away. And this is caught. It's Cooper. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 45 seconds left to go in the game. Moved back to the 10. They'll try on 2nd and goal here.
Here we go, D.
Prescott. Looking for Cooper. That's complete. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play. 3rd and goal. Now Prescott. And this is caught. And that could seal it. It's a touchdown. No surprise there. 3rd and goal down here. That's where they're going to look for their tight end.
Yeah, you want that big guy running his routes because it doesn't matter who they cover him with. If it's another big guy, he might use his bulk against him. If it's a shorter defender, he might go over the top. Either way, you tend to find a little bit of a mismatch in that area.
That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
Let's go.
At their own 26-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, oh, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, and what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because his confidence has to be shaken a little bit.
And he will not be able to get away as Foles is taken down. DeMarcus Lawrence in there to drop him as that clock continues to run.
Let's go, great.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off at the 45, and that will write a finish to this ball game. This home crowd, they're happy with that call.
I like the way you said happy there, right? The so-called good guys didn't get a call. They feel like it's been that way all afternoon. You feeling their pain?
They finally got one.
Yes, they did.
Purple 64.
SOS.
Tiger.
SOS. Check 24. Alert 3.
What we got?
Hey, one set. Hey, orbit. Mike, 50.
Back to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete, as time has run out on this football game. So this one will end in a victory for the Dallas Cowboys. And they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half that put this one on ice.
So you get the sense that whatever was said at halftime obviously hit home. I think it's a little bit more than that, though. Obviously, their words have to play better, but sometimes it's just sharpening your execution, sharpening your focus, and maybe doing the things you practiced all week without major adjustments, just doing them better, and that got it done in this one.
So for the Cowboys, their good start continues as they get their record up to 4-2, and they will head back home next week.